Oh boy, some people say that this is a perfect representation of American and Israeli foreign policy. Some people say that's racist. Is it? As of course, there's a MAGA civil war happening amongst this particular issue. All of this as the President of the United States now has some very strong words and pushback against Bibi Netanyahu that looks like the Israeli government went out of their way to personally insult J.D. Vance, the Vice President of the United States, who decided to say, what you guys are doing is a stupid political stunt. He talked about it as, of course, now we're learning more details, especially from Congresswoman MTG and Tucker Carlson that have recently come out as this kind of MAGA civil war is reignited in very interesting ways as there's a war of words happening between MTG and Laura Loomer. What in the world is going on here? As of course, it also looks like there was some kind of master plan here in the works that would have created Gaza Largo from a long time ago, as the divide here is pretty evident, and it's probably going to be growing from here. Now, as I've been kind of talking about this for an extremely long time, we always try to provide you an unbiased type of view and perspective on this entire matter. Lots of people usually go to the extremes of one side saying, you better not dare criticize this at all, or we'll cancel you and destroy you and debank you because we have no institutional power at all. And another side be like, I hate you, I hate all of you, and that little one, and that one, and the bagel guy, I hate all of them. And I'm like, I'm trying to be in the middle and be like, yo, let's have a real discussion here. Let's have a real honest conversation. And if you appreciate this very, very almost impossible task, subscribe. Click the notification button. Before playing into the President of the United States' big bombastic statements against Israel. Israel, by the way, with Bibi going after and doing the exact opposite of what Donald Trump has asked him to do multiple times, kind of being disrespectful to him multiple times. Now, there's also a lot of influencer information wars happening out there right now that I think are worth talking about here.
I'm in Jerusalem.
As there's a lot of influencers right now going to Israel. Some of them are talking about enjoying potato chips while other people are being bombed. I don't know about you, but that doesn't stir up my appetite personally. Others are
I'm entering where many
there after calling for everyone to vote for the grubby Italian guy that can't keep his hands off of allegedly all the females around him, and also took the life of many grandmas and grandpas during the Koof years after being very vicious to right-wingers. Some right-wingers are literally saying, yeah, vote for him, we're hot girls for him, unironically, and then flying off to Israel to do more PR for the country. James Lindsay, he said, here's a cool picture of Gaza I took yesterday showing the rubble, the destruction, the devastation that I don't think is cool. Personally, as of course MTG now has come out, and she just posted this clip and interview she just did with Tucker Carlson, saying that she's never going to back down, and that there are a lot of influencers being paid to shield for this country. And it's pretty clear. There's also a significant shift in the Twitter algorithm that happened, as there are now multiple reports that the conversation that Bibi said he was going to have with Elon Musk happened, and the algorithm has dramatically shifted on Twitter, where it definitely does look like one mainline type of thinking, along with what is clearly an influencer campaign and multiple personalities doing a lot of PR for this country. It looks like there could be potentially, maybe, a coordinated effort. And if there is, we deserve to know. If you are shilling for a foreign country, we should know. There should be a label. This post provided to you by a $7,000 check from this person. Whenever we do advertisements, we're like, we're getting paid. We let you know. Like, hey, look at this Go company. We're getting paid. You should know. We're getting paid. Thank you for sponsoring us. I don't see a lot of thank you for sponsoring us. I want to know who paid for the trips, who paid for the hotels. I want to know what kind of deals are being made there, especially from public representatives and people who want to be public politicians, personally myself. And let's be honest, we don't live in that type of world because we're not getting a lot of these disclosures. We're getting a lot of, no, you can't talk about it. Shut up. And I'm like, what? We should be talking about it more than ever. Here's what MTG had to say with Tucker Carlson that I found very interesting.
This isn't about Jewish people. This is about the government of Israel.
Now, the reason she says that is because automatically when you say, oh, I'm not okay with this policy, policy A, policy B, foreign policy, this endeavor that we're spending our money on, you're like, oh, you hate all of them. I'm like, no, we don't. Now, yes, there are some bad apples that clearly do have a lot of racism and hatred and bigotry in their heart. And yeah, they deserve to be called out, yes. But to conflate actual criticisms of actual politicians and actual government policies with that is ridiculous. And it's one of the reasons why so many people are just so tired or even afraid to talk about it because they don't want to be labeled, oh, you just hate all of them. No, you don't. We don't. And MTG is like, I don't. It's clear. We don't. Chill out.
This is about their military, and this is about them demanding, nonstop demanding, America, pay attention to Israel, do what Israel wants, fight Israel's wars, and pay for them. And if you don't, then we're going to come after anyone and everyone that gets in the way of that. And if you're wondering why people are talking about primarying me, well, it's because I don't take any money from AIPAC. I've called for AIPAC to be registered under FARA. I've introduced amendments to defund all of our American tax dollars from going to Israel every single year, billions and billions of dollars every single year. But I've also done that for a slew of other countries. It's not just Israel. It's a whole bunch of other countries, Egypt, Ukraine, you name it. I'm just like, enough of the foreign aid. But if you're willing to step out and you're actually to say, hey, we're not MIGA, we're MAGA. And
that's a big difference, as that's a big dividing line amongst this kind of new civil war. Of course, then she had more kind of personalized, very big kind of attack things to say about Laura Loomer. We're going to play the rest of that clip, that Laura Loomer clip, and the kind of personal insult that J.D. Vance even called out that Donald Trump is speaking out against now. Before playing all that, we just wanted to remind people, we're not financed by any foreign government. We're not financed by any special interest or lobbyist group. We're financed by you. And one of the ways that you guys can support us is by buying really cool, awesome, incredible t-shirts on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. The profit margins aren't that big. It's more about just getting the messaging out there and showing people that you're not afraid to express yourselves fully in an open and honest and transparent way. I think we need more people to speak out. I think we need more people to not be afraid to say what's on their minds. And of course, you could do that perfectly without even having to say a single word and doing your own forms of lazy activism by getting a shirt on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. The one that I'm wearing right now saying, in a world full of lies, truth is always a conspiracy. Now, you should be able to find that shirt when you type in either truth or conspiracy. I don't know. I haven't done this. Yeah, there you go. Type in truth. And then the shirt will pop right up. And is it up? It might not be up. Okay. I'll get my guys to... It'll be up in the making of this particular video. It looks like the link isn't working there. But we'll make it work. The mom and pop small store, we'll make it work. Meanwhile, we have a whole bunch of other shirts that, of course, I just sent it to my team. My team will have it up in just a few minutes from now. And we have a whole bunch of other shirts that you could wear that are really artsy-fartsy, that are really trendy, that are really cool. I remember wearing this one. I was at the thrift store recently, and then this lady's like, oh, my goodness, that's such a cool shirt. I like it. And it's kind of true. And I ironically post this on social media. Yeah, there's some kind of problem here with the shirt. We'll get it up soon. That's what she said. That's how you support this independent media organization. Now, let's continue on with what MTG had to say, because I think what she had to say is kind of important here.
And there's a major difference there. Then there is a group of people that come at you with everything they have, and that's what they're doing. They've got bots attached to my account that load my comment sections with ridiculous lies. They've got paid social media influencers that
That's true. From all sides, though, right? Some people say, it's Qatar. Well, let's be honest. There's a whole bunch of money going around. And that's what I mean. We need representation of, like, who's getting paid by who. We need to know. There's so much fake stuff out there. It's so much insanity. And listen, with the slurry of videos that we're getting, it's pretty clear here that there's a big influencer campaign, that there's big algorithm shifts, that there's big takeovers of TikTok and college universities, all hinting at stopping particular discourse.
Literally get paid by Israel or by Israel-aligned donors to attack me constantly every single day. But let me tell you something, Tucker. People are too smart nowadays, and that's what's great. People have had it, and I think they learned a lot of lessons through COVID. They learned how to see through the lies and read through the propaganda. And there may be this like little flurry of attack on me that exists on X, but out in the real world, that's not what I feel, and those are not the comments that I get. This isn't about.
And listen, I think the sentiment is also being felt right now by the White House, as Time.com has a very interesting article about how the Gaza deal got done. And they talk about how Donald Trump tried to curry favors by bombing the Houthis, bombing the Iranians in order to get this Gaza deal done. Now, Donald Trump helped broker the original peace deal that Bibi just kind of broke off as soon as he became president of the United States. It looks like Donald Trump's working very carefully on this peace deal. And it looks like there was an incident, that was an accident, of 2 Israeli soldiers in bulldozers that are, according to U.S. government officials, anonymous officials reported by the corporate media, to be completely honest and transparent with you guys, that hit an unexploded Israeli bomb, blew up. Israel automatically blamed Hamas for that, and then they started doing the bombing campaign and denying aid. Now, luckily, they stopped doing that, and they said, okay, aid will go through now. But I saw that as a big disrespectful sign. Instead of waiting and investigating, finding out what actually gone on here, as the United States pushed back on their actions, and they came very close towards utterly destroying that peace deal. I thought that was very disrespectful to Donald Trump. I thought it was very disrespectful when Trump said, don't bomb Iran, and Bibi went and bombed Iran. During the middle of the bombing campaign, Trump was like, okay, that's it, it's over. And then Israel's like, yeah, one more. Trump says, okay, Israel, stop bombing Gaza. And then Bibi didn't do that. Bibi took like 2 days and was like, yeah, I'll do what I want. Highlighting, showing. There was also a press conference about the United States bombing Iran that was done by Bibi first before Donald Trump got to announce it. Everyone's like, what? What's really going on here? As now, it looks like Donald Trump is pissed off about rumors and speculation of the United States allowing Israel to take over the West Bank. Now, this is after Donald Trump just now threatened to cut off all aid and support to Israel, as there were these escalations that happened between J.D. Vance and the Israeli government. That exactly what happened? Well, the Israeli Knesset, the Israeli type of Congress, voted when he was there to annex the West Bank. Vance says that was a stupid political stunt, and he sees that as a personal insult. Here is him describing the situation.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll do. Yeah.
The West Bank vote yesterday that took place while you were in the country.
Oh yeah, that was weird. That was weird. I was sort of confused by that. Now I actually asked somebody about it, and they told me that it was a symbolic vote, some symbolic vote to recognize, or a symbolic vote to annex the West Bank. I mean, what I would say to that is when I asked about it, somebody told me that it was a political stunt, that it had no practical significance. It was purely symbolic. I mean, look, if it was a political stunt, it was a very stupid political stunt. And I personally...
Yeah, this as we're like, the ceasefire and a peace deal, it's like on the brink of being broken. It's like, yeah, we're going to take over West Bank. And it's like, whoa, hold on. Like, why are you guys doing this to us? We're trying to bring peace to you. And you're like, yeah, we're going to take more. And it's like, wait, hold on here. You're sabotaging the whole thing.
Take some insult to it. The West Bank is not going to be annexed by Israel. The policy of the Trump administration is that the West Bank will not be annexed by Israel. That will continue to be our policy. And if people want to take symbolic votes, they can do that. But we certainly weren't happy about it. Thank you.
Yeah. As Donald Trump just announced, yeah, we're not going to allow Israel to do that. And now he's like, we'll cut off all aid.
Did you promise leaders this week that you would not allow Israel to annex the West Bank? Is that something that you
I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. No, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this directly?
Yeah, but I'm not going to allow it. Whether I spoke to him or not, I did. But I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank. There's been enough. It's time to stop now, okay?
Now, will they listen or not? Because it looks like there's a very serious contention here. As Tucker Carlson even previously came out and said Israeli officers were barking orders, being extremely disrespectful, and commanding Pentagon officials during the Israeli-American strikes on Iran. And a lot of people are saying there's a lot of tension between this administration and the Israeli government, as now Tucker Carlson even talked about Laura Loomer being a Pentagon advisor. Now, we're going to read Loomer's response to this because it's important to hear both sides of the issue. But this is what MTG and Loomer have been kind of going at it for a while. They've been kind of taking the gloves off. They haven't been the nicest to each other, to be quite honest. There definitely isn't a lot of civility. Isn't a lot of nice play here. As this is what MTG had to say about Laura Loomer.
How does Laura Loomer get to be a Pentagon advisor, but you get primaried? What is that?
I don't know. I've never understood why anyone takes her serious. I mean, this is a woman that can't even legally buy a gun because she had such serious mental problems. She literally posted the other day that she blew blood vessels in her eye as she was hysterically tweeting, 40 or 50 times in one day. Who listens to a person like that? Right. No one should.
Very strong words, as Laura Loomer responded to this, saying, "Imagine being so jealous that you make up lies as a member of Congress to attack a journalist you're threatened by. MTG says all I care about is Israel. Is that why I have single-handedly gotten dozens of, quote, deep state actors fired from the Trump administration and have saved taxpayers millions of dollars through my brilliant exposés that bypass gatekeepers and make their way to the desk of the most powerful man in the world, President Donald J. Trump? When was the last time this bitter woman ever did anything outside of, quote, insider trading?" And they say she did that with construction and immigration. Quote, "She doesn't do anything for the American people. She lies to you while she makes millions trading stocks in Congress." The laughable thing is MTG cares all about is Israel. It's all she and Tucker Carlson talk about. Now, the whole accusation that Tucker is bought up by Qatar, I find ridiculous. Tucker's pretty well off. I don't think he needs to sell out to the Qataris. Quote, "Meanwhile, I keep collecting scalps and I am regularly praised by Donald Trump for my work." When was the last time you spoke to President Trump? MTG, question mark. "I know the real answer, so be sure you answer truthfully. Does it make you sad that he doesn't take your calls anymore? I know that for a fact. P.S. A man was just arrested in Texas for threatening to take her life." And she goes on. And she says that she incites, quote, lovers of the Germans in the 1930s to, quote, come. And that's a little bit of a hyperbolic statement. I don't think that is kind of truthful and honestly, but it's pretty clear. The division amongst MAGA and the right-wingers is very clear and very definitive. As right now, she reports, no, people are sick of MTG. White House staff are sick of her, too. Now she and now she accuses her of undermining president. I don't think she's done that. I think MTG has come out and talked about some important things like the Epstein stuff in a legitimate, honest, real way that I think needs a real conversation on. All of this is happening as a lot of people are also sharing this clip of Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff with their extended 60-minute interview talking about how they had a plan about making Gaza Largo. As a lot of people are saying they've been working on it for 2 years. Seems like a big plan that has been in the works for a very long time.
You're builders. You've been in real estate. Tell us more about the plan and how much it's going to cost. Where's the money going to come from? And who's going to award the contracts?
I think it's going to cost a lot of money.
What's a lot of money?
The estimates are in the $50 billion range. It might be a little bit less. It might be a little bit more. I happen to think that that's not a lot of money in that region. You have governments that are going to jump on it.
Comparatively to everything we spent already, I mean, we spent money bombing and invading and essentially paying for all of Israel to do what they did to Gaza, by the way. That's the American taxpayer-funded operation.
And Middle East countries are going to provide the money.
But you'll see European participation and so forth. The beginning of this plan is how to get it going. That's what me and Jared work on all the time. The money raising we think is the easy part, but it's the master plan, and we're working with a group of people who have been working on master plans for the last 2 years.
So there are plans already.
We have plans already. We have a master plan already. And by the way, and Jared's been pushing this, and we're working together on it. And I think if the world saw the progress so far, they'd be pretty impressed.
Oh, yeah, just 2 years. Yeah, I've been working on this for 2 years. Why? I think we want to know more there. Okay? If you agree, share this video. Thank you so much for buying a t-shirt supporting independent media so we don't have to shill for any foreign country. We would never do that anyway. We love you guys. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys buying t-shirts, supporting us, sharing this video. And this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more. All here exclusively on youtube.com/wearechange.